G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Something different today because we're having a look at this Reforged 2 update. I didn't get involved with the first test. I thought, like most things, it would be a complete, not a shit show, which it was. And I don't think this one's much better, to be quite honest, from what I've seen so far. They have taken what was a very easy to use interface and turned it into something horrible. Let's just start off in the top left hand corner here. All the commands that used to be laid out for you down here, that were easy to see and easy to get to, are now hidden in there. If you want to have a look at your profile, see all your stats, etc., you can see how horrible some of my games have been. It's in there, but you notice when you click the back arrow, it does not go back to that menu. It drops you back into this screen. That is a big no-no when you're a programmer. You never drop people out of a menu without them wanting to be dropped out. Again here, flicking through this system, you can see there's a whole bunch of stuff here that has not translated across to Reforged. So I don't know what I'm losing here, but there's items that they just don't recognize and they say are not going to be brought across. Well, you're stealing stuff off me if you're doing that. But that aside, at the moment, we drop back and we come back to this screen. So there's an extra click every time you want to get to a command in this, an extra click to get back in because it drops you out to here. I was a programmer, I was an IS manager, I was a systems analyst, and I can tell you that I would have fired anybody who wrote a program that did that. It is pathetic. It is Z-grade programming. It's absolute rubbish. Okay, that said, let's go through the options here. Platoons, I've never used it in the old system. I doubt I'd use it in the new one. We have our look at the tanks. We have replays now hidden in here. Completely moved to a different section for some reason. And again, every time I do this, I have to go back into there. We have chat. We have settings, which is at least okay to look through. It's not that bad. It does look different to the old one. Why not just stick with the old interface that everyone's used to? But this is at least tolerable. It isn't that much different. And it's easy enough to work out. Now, we drop back out, and of course I have to click this every single time. Okay, if you want to log out, that's down there. And transfer hub. Okay, this is where it tells you what you've got in the old game and how it's dealt with it in the new game. So, obviously, name is the same, tanks are the same. They've all transferred across. These are all transferring across. Nation progress, well, this now translates into this rubbish. Now, I understand this. I do not understand this rubbish, and I hate this rubbish. I do not want this. I don't want to deal with it, and it's going to stop me playing the game, among other things. I can tell you there's a lot of other things. Okay, experience now. Our free experience that I understood now comes into something called data cards to level up your sets. Why? Why not just leave experience the way it was? Why have we got to have all this new crap that we have to learn? Nobody asked for this. Nobody wants this. Leave it the way it was. Gold, of course, is transferring across as it was. The certificates now are apparently being activated. I no longer have a choice of when these get activated. So it's just going to steal them, basically, force you to use them whether you're playing or not. For some reason, credits have come across and have turned into silver. I assume the fact that they're giving you so much silver here means that things are going to cost a lot more. They never do anything like this because they're being nice. Okay, camouflage. We've got now styles and skins instead of just straight out camouflage. That's a complication and it's unnecessary and we didn't ask for it. All cosmetics. Well, what's that? Machine guns on top and all that kind of crap? I don't know. Avatars? I have no idea. And it's now all packaged into something called avatars. And what do we got? Profile backgrounds, base gear, okay, all that rubbish. I don't use avatars. I pick one, I get rid of the rest. It's just stupidity and rubbish. Okay, this clan information is presumably all going to be the same. Crew experience is now translated into this commander crap. Again, I don't understand it. I don't want to learn it. I didn't ask for it. Nobody asked for it. But they forced it on us anyway. Commander boosters. Again. I've got to sit around and learn all this new crap. I didn't ask for this. I don't want to learn new crap. I want to play the game that I was playing. And again, I don't know. I just... the more I look at this, the more I hate it. It just sucks. Player level 63. What does that mean? 63 out of what? 100? 1,000? 1 million? It means nothing to me without some sort of reference. It's just stupid crap. 30 bonus keys. This should be done away with. Nobody wants keys. It has to go. It's going to kill the game. Yes, I know I'm sounding negative, but there's not really much else I can do because this is just nonsense. Now, with the old game, you could scroll across here by grabbing a tank and just scrolling this section. Now, you have to get hold of this little line down here and drag it with that. Why not just keep it the way it was? It was simple, everybody knew how to use it, there was no trying to get hold of something down here that half the time you can't get hold of. Again, they make a change that nobody wants. The worst thing in this game is these sets. I don't understand them. I don't know what this progression is all about here. I'm not interested in them, and I don't want to deal with them. If they're still there, when this game goes live, I will quit the game. It's that simple. I do not want sets. I will not play a game that's got sets. Sorry about the voice. I don't usually talk this much, and it's getting a bit gravelly, I know. Okay. Upgrades. Okay, we're looking at the tank. These aren't upgrades. These are just consumables and ammo. Why these would be under upgrades, I have no idea. Cosmetics, what does that do? Okay, that drops us back into this screen. Why, I don't know. Doesn't seem to be any logic to that. This is what we're looking at. They drop these in and default them to this. It's all defaulted, so you've got to make sure that when you go back in, you change them to whatever setting you want. And let's see. Oh, and now they have limitations on premium shells. See that? 12 out of 12. So 12 is the maximum you can have. So unlike the old game where you could max it out to whatever you could afford, now there's a maximum limit for premium shells in all tanks as far as I can gather. So that sucks. This is your consumables, pretty similar to the old system, it just looks different. I don't understand the layout, but yeah, okay, it's not too different, so we understand that. And then we're slipping in and out to all sorts of different things. You can just look at the stats for the tank, I guess. It's confusing, it's messy, it's all over the place. Even the tech tree. These things are just shit. They're pretending to go back to a tech tree without going back to one. It still makes no sense. What does this mean? All these stupid sets, that has to go. In my opinion, if that doesn't go, walk away from this game. Just quit. Where do we go from here? It's difficult to really know what to do. Up the top here, okay, we have the sets again coming back in. I don't want to know, I'm not interested. We have these idiot commanders, which we were told were never going to have to be paid for, and look at that, you have to pay for them. You're locked out of them unless you pay for them. Level boosts, I don't know, backstory, I really don't give a rat's ass, it's bullshit. These are the advantages for each commander, one assumes, but again, I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want to learn about it, I don't want it in the game. This screen at least is similar to the old one. You can look through it the way you did before, so that hasn't changed very much at all. I don't understand tomatoes. What brain-dead cretin came up with that? I mean, what the hell has that got to do with the tank game? Back to the home screen. Into the clan screen, and I don't know what's going on with the clan screen because it seems to have changed. I don't know what level I'm in the clan. I can't really see much in the way of details. What is all this? Just, again, it doesn't translate well. I don't understand it. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Search for clans, I don't need to do that. What? I mean, we used to have a progression bar so that we know how far we've got. Well, that seems to have disappeared altogether. I assume these ones haven't come through yet because the players haven't actually come across to this update. We can have a look at the battles we played. And what ranking? It means nothing. That means nothing because I don't know what it's out of. Player level. Yeah, the stats on here just don't mean anything anymore. Okay, so we've got the notification screen for various things, and then horror of horrors. We have the horizontal store. You can just flick through it, I guess, to get to different sections, but why not just leave it the way it was? It was perfectly all right. This just doesn't make sense. There's just more and more and more to go across. It made more sense to have a number of things on the screen and just scroll down. But this isn't a game killer, but it doesn't make sense why they would change it and not leave it exactly the same as it was. The old one worked perfectly well. Now, I'm just looking around for stuff that either I don't understand or needs looking at. Okay, to get back to home is up here now, where everything used to be in the corner over here to go back. So you can't do that anymore. Well, I suppose the next thing I'm going to look at is battles, and I have played a few, and it's another section I hate. But this has gone on long enough, so I'll get back to that in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys, and hope to see you back here for my criticism of the next section, battles.